Hey, everybody. Welcome to Unwanted Drums. I'm Jason, your host and drummer. I'm so glad you've joined me today. A fantastic day. I had some time today at our music school cleaning up a few things before I need to go on a little trip tomorrow. But I've been out of commission for these videos for a few weeks here. I've just not made a whole lot of them because I've been working really hard on a huge event that I was the musical director for last week in Washington, D.C., and I took a 10-piece group from here in Detroit, and we killed it. I'm not going to lie, we were really good. It was a great, great band of fantastic musicians, but more than that, fantastic people who trusted me with their lives to get them to Washington, D.C. and back to entertain a couple thousand people at this large corporate event. And it was a lot of stress and a lot of work, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to think about these videos for a while. And the weird thing about an experience like that is playing music for very high level people at with musicians at a very high level, and a lot of very stressful. Let me put it that way, and but also very rewarding. The response from the audience, the response from the people in charge. Everybody got paid really well and were taken care of, and it was amazing. And after a show like that takes so much work and so much effort, I've known this for years, there's always this sort of lull afterwards where you just feel down, and you've been working so hard, and it's such a high of like executing at a very high level, and you were like, oh man, and you get sort of depressed at the end of that, which is really strange. You see the world from a different perspective, even just from the airplane looking down on the world, coming home, or even going there. Your whole life has just shifted into another space for an entire week. And it feels really strange when you get back. I'm not going to lie. But in those moments, I feel incredibly grateful. I know those moments are coming, and I try to plan myself psychologically for that, but it never works. You're always like sort of slightly depressed after something like that. But in that moment of feeling that way, I was listening to something the other day, and the person on the other end of this podcast said, well, what would you like to accomplish, to this other person on the podcast? And I stopped the podcast and I thought, what do I want to accomplish? Fun fact, I'm in a limousine van sent to the airport to pick us up. And the whole band is talking about all the gigs they have the weekend after this gig. And I said to everybody in that van, I was like, what's really funny? I have 0 gigs after this week. Now, that's fine. We have a music school. I don't have to play every day like I did. There was a time in my life where I had to play every day to make some money to live. And that's an odd space to be in. It's sort of this fight or flight, like take everything, even situations that weren't the greatest, with people that aren't the greatest, But if you're stuck in that moment of having to make a living, it becomes very challenging to feel expressive, to feel music in the way that I think it's meant to be felt. And so I'm happy that it's okay. It's okay that I don't have a lot of gigs at this moment. But in thinking about that sort of lull after the gig, I was thinking, what do I want to accomplish? Because I've spent many, many years helping people create productions and bands and things for people to have jobs. I've created a music school that has a ton of staff members that make part of their living from that place in music, right? There's tons of students and parents and adult students that get fed by all of those wonderful people in that place. Our community at large is benefiting from that in the efforts of creating concert series and events and activities to give those students experience, but also bring professional people in and do things. So given a lot to a whole lot of other people. So these little drum videos that I make here, these are for me, right? These are for me to feel good about making music, which I did today, and you guys are going to like this song. I think it's a great song. But to expound upon that a little more, what do I really want to accomplish? And I was thinking about that in the backyard, back by the river, and I thought, here's what I want to accomplish. I'd like to play the drums. That's it. I don't have a whole lot of time to do that. We're all going to die soon, so I may as well get started today. But I'd like to do it at a high level, very high level, with amazing people, but I'd really like to make my music have maximum impact. I'm reading off a sheet of paper because I wrote this down because I wanted to convey this to everybody today. Maximum impact and a positive output for those around me. I don't care about money from a drum set anymore. I do. If you're going to hire me, it's going to cost you something. But that's not the point. The point is for the expression of these drumsticks on a drum set to move a room of 2,300 small business owners in Washington, D.C. to change their lives when they get back from that event, right? I know that happened last week. I know it changed the lives of the people in the band. Some of the people may not have experienced a gig at that level in the past with that support and the resources that we had to pull that off. Those lives were changed. I want to keep doing that. That's amazing. I want, if I'm making music, for it to change a community or to change a synagogue or a church or something, to make people feel and grow in a way that they might not have before, right? So that was just my thought that I wanted to have on this video today, that no matter what I do, I want it to have maximum impact. My schedule's open. If you're out there and you need a drummer, hit me up. If you want to make people's dreams come true with music and you need a guy behind a drum set, this is what I want to accomplish. And if not with other people, I'll do it right here on these videos, because these videos are my place of refuge to make music my way, right? So today I picked a song by Scary Pockets and David Ryan Harris that they wrote called Junkie. And it's sort of a blues, funky blues thing, and it's really infectious. I liked it. It was simple groove. I added more fills than the original, but had some fun goofing around with this song today. I hope you enjoy it. Check this out. This is Junkie by Scary Pockets and David Ryan Harris.
Cause I'm perfectly fine with this insanity. Just give me more of what you got. It's a shame I need to tape in my veins. Too much can never be enough. I'm a 24-hour, 7-day week junkie for your love. I'm a 24-hour, 7-day week junkie.
There you go, everybody. That's Junkie by Scary Pockets and David Ryan Harris. Fantastic song. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. If you want your music to have maximum impact and you need a drummer, call me. Hit me up. If you're a drummer out there feeling the same way as me, tell me about it. Comment. Send a little note to me. Like and subscribe, as they say. But at the very least, take these words and hopefully they're helpful to you. All right. Have a great time with your lives. I'll be out for another week, but I'll see you guys next time here on Unwanted Drums.